Hey guys, what's up? It's Cannot Compute here. Today I'm going to show you how to install the graphics overhaul for The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind in 2018 on the Steam version. So first you're going to need a fresh install. So go ahead and put the disk in, or click install on this, and get it started. I'll speed this up and then you guys can catch me in a minute. Alright, now once you finish that, you're going to need to download the MGSO 3.0. I'll have a link for that down in the description, and you guys can go ahead and download that. And once you've done that, then you're going to need WinRAR or 7-zip. I use 7-zip. So once you do that, go ahead and extract the file. And now we'll wait for this to be finished. And during this time, I'd like to say, if you guys could drop me a like if this helps you out, or drop me a dislike if it doesn't. That way I know if this video was good or not, and if you guys want more videos like this in the future. And also, if I helped you out, go ahead and click that subscribe button, because I'm going to be doing a giveaway, you know, just like every other YouTuber in the future. And the giveaway will be a $25 Steam gift card. Alright, now once you've finished doing that, we're going to go into this folder right here. Go into this folder and highlight all these files. And go back to Steam. We're gonna go into the library, sorry. Right click on Morrowind, go to Properties, Local Files, and Browse Local Files. Alright, now that you have this fresh, clean install, we're gonna go back over here and drag and drop the highlighted items into this folder. Now we can exit out of this, and then you're gonna go to the MO installer. Double click on that. And you'll see a bunch of files popped up right here. That's normal. That's just all the installation folders and files that it's going to need. Go ahead and click next. Now, it's going to ask you to disable the UAC and a whole bunch of other things. Now, after this, it says to reset and restart after each one of these steps. But once you've disabled this, and then you update your graphics driver, and then you update DirectX 9 unless you already have it. If it's green, it means that you're good. And then you can do this, and you don't need to restart your computer after every single one of these, but you are going to need to restart your computer after you do these. So just click on these. If it's not green, it'll be red. And then once you get here, then you can restart your computer. And once you restart your computer, go ahead and come back into the MGSO setup and go to extract files right here. Now this is going to take a minute again, so I'm going to speed up the video once again. Alright, now that you're finished with that, right here you're going to decide if you have a slow PC, a medium PC, a fast PC, or a very fast PC. Now it tells you kind of the specs down here of what you're going to be looking at. So figure out kind of like what kind of graphics card you have, and how many gigahertz, and all that jazz, especially with the graphics card too, and then decide on what your PC is. But my PC would be in the fast PC range. So once you've done that, go ahead and click next, and then click next, and then launch code patch. Okay, so now it'll let you choose your preferred settings, and then you can go and click OK. So at this menu right here, you can go through and uncheck and check whatever you'd like. This is just to what fits and suits you and how you want to play Morrowind in the future when you're running it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on all the ones that I want. And you guys can go ahead and turn on and turn off which ones you do and don't want. Also, now that I'm looking at it, if you guys play this and you have like sound problems, like anything's too extremely loud, or like footsteps and things of that sort, then go back into the code patch, which will be just in here. Let's see, where is it? It'll be right there, and you'll double click it and it'll open this back up, and go ahead and check that. But if you check that now, it might ruin things later if you don't have any sound problems. I've tried this before and I don't have any sound problems, so I'm going to leave that off. Okay, and then once you're finished checking and unchecking what you'd like for your Morrowind game, go ahead and click Apply Chosen Patches. And once that's done, go ahead and click Launch Morrowind. I think that's how you would say it. And it's going to take over your mouse and do all this for you. Don't freak out, it'll be done. And then go ahead and click Launch EXE Optimizer. And then click OK. This one's also going to move your mouse. Don't worry about it. The only time it's going to ask you is when this pop-up happens. This is where you're going to locate your Morrowind directory. So if you're like me, then yours will be, in Steam, which would be in Program Files 86, and then we'll go down to Steam, and then we'll go to Steam Apps, Common, and then we're going to find Morrowind. Just open up just the Morrowind folder right here, don't click anything else in here, just the Morrowind, and click OK. And it's going to take over your mouse and keyboard again, and then finish this up. Okay, now once that's finished, go ahead and launch the MGSO options. And then click OK. Now this is where you get to go ahead and choose. So it says this is MGSO options. Choose your preferred settings and click Apply. Choose carefully. Now, if you have any problems in the future with your Morrowind, like the game can't run very good or anything like that, you can also go back and choose the very fast PC and, fast PC and go down, whatever you chose, just one. Or you can also come into here and this will all just be set up on its own. But I like my game to stay kind of vanilla at the same time while also looking new, all for nostalgic purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and if you just hover over, you can see the changes of what it'll be like. So yellow means that it's going to be a little more harmful and like a little more, well, not harmful. Yellow means that it's going to be a little more demanding on your PC, and red means it's going to be very demanding on your PC. Now, if you have a very good PC, you have nothing to worry about. Even if you have a low-end one, it's not going to like ruin your computer, but it will run at like 10 frames a second, and you don't want that. So go ahead and choose all these settings, and like it said, choose wisely. And I'm going to go ahead and click through all my settings. Also, the Balmora trees, it's red, and it means red. I've turned on the Balmora trees, and my game will go from like 60 frames a second down to like 25, just from the trees in Balmora. But I also edit my own map, kind of, and I have a house in Balmora that I put in there from the Elder Scrolls construction set. So, and it always puts a tree in the middle of it. So I'm just going to leave that off, although it does look amazing with trees. Now, I have a little bit of problems when I run realistic dark. It's a little too dark for my taste, and I can't really see anything. I mean, you can adjust the gamma later on and make it a little bit better, but I'm going to choose realistic brighter just because I like the look of that one better. My computer monitor just doesn't like realistic dark very good. So this is the Better Bodies mod right here, and the underwear, when they're in their underwear like it normally does for vanilla, like Morrowind and stuff, the underwear and the body looks a lot better, is what this is. If you choose no Better Bodies, then that won't, it'll look like the vanilla Morrowind kind of bodies. You can also choose nude, as I know a lot of you will. I'm not responsible if you're under 18 and click nude. I'm not responsible if you're above 18 and click nude and get in trouble or anything like that happens. I'm not providing this. This is just a tutorial on how to do it, but you can set it up however you'd like. So right here, you can also go to the second tab from Flora to MGE and look at these settings, and you can look at the best settings that you think would define your gameplay style better and fit your PC needs. I'm going to go ahead and read through these real quick. Alright, and once you're done with that, go ahead and click Apply. And let it install all that. You'll see the little green bar down here telling you, how much is installed, obviously. Alright, once you're done with that, then it's going to take over your mouse again and do the whole spiel again. And then you're going to go to Launch Morrowind Launcher. Sorry, a little bit weird to read. And then it should take over, alright, it's going to take over your mouse again, and it's going to change all these settings. don't be afraid. You'll be able to change that in a little bit. Now you're gonna want to disable the Steam overlay. You can click on how to disable overlay. I've already done that, but actually, I guess I could show you real quick. If you go to Steam and go to settings right here, and go to, I believe it's interface. Nope, it's in-game. Okay, and then you'll see that, sorry about that, it's in-game, and you'll see enable Steam overlay while in-game. Uncheck that and click OK. It just kind of makes some games on Steam, but especially this, run poorly if that's checked. You can turn it back on when you're not playing Morrowind, but when you play Morrowind, I suggest turning that off. And then click Next, and run mlocks. This is going to change the load order for you, and so that you don't have to go through and check every single one of these expansions, I guess, in quotes, whatever they would be called. Now, so right here it says that my system is a 64-bit and I have more or equal to 4 gigabytes of physical RAM. So I have 8 gigs. So if you have 4 gigabytes or more, then you're going to want to run this 4 gigabyte patch. If you don't, and you have like 2 or 3 gigabytes, then you don't need to worry about that part at all. Okay, now, once you're done with that, go ahead and click Next. Okay, now, you can go ahead and click Manual Configuration if you'd like. I'm not going to because I'm not advanced enough to know, more into that. This is just a very simple tutorial on how to install this, but you can go into the manual configuration, but I'm not responsible for what happens to your game, and you might have to restart all this over again after a clean install of Morrowind if you do something wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and click Next. Now we're going to run MGE. Now this is another part that'll take over your mouse and things, but at this point it's going to ask me to close this dialog box and choose the resolution. So right here, you go ahead and choose the resolution that you'd like the game to run at. Don't click on the same one as me unless you have the same, style of monitor as me, which I doubt that you do. But I have a little 19-inch television that I use for this, and it runs 1360 by 768. Go ahead and click OK, and then it's going to take over your mouse. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, I lied. This is where you're going to want to save your screenshots. So if you screenshot anything, where do you want them saved? When I screenshot things, which I don't often, but it still wants you to, choose a folder, I'm going to click Pictures, because I just want it to go into my pictures. And then click OK. Now it's going to take over your mouse and finish everything up. Alright, and that should be the last thing. You go ahead and click OK right here. And then you can go ahead and click Play Morrowind. If you have any extra... Sorry, I want to use the cloud, since this is the first time I'm running this again. If you have any extra mods or anything like that that you want to add to it, or have added to it in the past, they might be unchecked. So I would go into the data files once you load up Morrowind and select those up again, but it might cause errors. So next time you download mods and stuff with this, just double check in the descriptions of those mods and make sure that they don't conflict with anything on here that you've installed. And everything should work just fine. Thanks everybody for watching. If there's any issues that you have, you shouldn't encounter very many, but if there is any, go ahead and leave a comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I check my YouTube pretty often, so I'll probably get on that really quick if you send me a comment. As I was mentioning before, I'm gonna have a giveaway in a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks, could be a month, but no longer than a month, probably in 2 weeks, just in a video. You'll see it in the title of the video that, it'll be the giveaway. And during that video, you'll just leave a like and a comment and subscribe, and I will make sure to get you that $25 Steam gift card. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Like I said, if it helps you, give me a like, it really helps. If it didn't help you, give that a dislike, that works too. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.